So this video is about threading the warp through the heddles and making sure it's not twisted in the back and making sure everything is good before you're able to weave. So I will just explain some of the challenges I've had, and this is by myself, so I don't have anyone helping me. Sometimes it's difficult to do by yourself, but I do find the challenges are fun. So this, as you can see, is the lead sticks in between the cross, and I have these silicone things that are usually used for helping with packing and moving, but I use them to support my lead sticks instead of yarn while I'm rolling the warp from front to back. Yes. And putting paper in between on the back roll. And I go to the side and I use the crank and I keep turning and keep adding more paper. But as you can see, it's already starting to get tangled, so this is something we need to watch for and pay attention to. So you keep repeating and you will see it gets high enough where the lead sticks touch, and then I start adjusting them, pulling them down, letting the warp go through, making sure it's still not very tangled, and keep working through the same process for a while. Now you can see I'm at the front and I'm kind of untwisting some of that warp now that I have it a lot less long and it's wrapped to the back. So now I am going to cut my last bit off that has all the yarns tied together. Next, I'm going to show you how it kind of looks from afar, me doing this all by myself, and how I kind of worked in my studio. Things were kind of spread out, but I was able to do it kind of in this roundabout way, so maybe you have things set up a little more ahead of time than I did. So you see the yarn, it's getting cranked to the back, and making sure it's not tangled. I'm watching it, and then I'm going through and cutting an extra thread that to separate it when I was setting it up, so I can make sure that it wasn't tangled. And then I'm gonna go around and get my paper to put in the back. This is me from the front, also checking it right before I'm ready to put it through the heddles. Those yellow and orange things are the silicone moving strap things that I use for the lead sticks. So you can see it helps steady things. This is the untangling by hand to make sure everything's good to go on the front and the back before I pull out the lead sticks. So now I'm going to walk around to the front and show you my warp is almost ready to put through the heddles. So then I'm going to cut it and we'll be ready to go. So the last part is making sure we put it through the heddles and make sure our pattern's correct and make sure each yarn is taken in the correct order. So that is this meticulous process, putting it in the correct order. And making sure each yarn is not tangled, and I'm picking the next one in order because we don't want things to get tied up on each other and tangled and then our whole weaving not work. So this is also a very labor intensive process. My back totally hurt, but this is how you make sure that your warp is correct, doing it one by one obviously, and making sure they're not tangled before you take out the lead sticks. It's really important to do because that helps align everything and you can see things a lot better. My yarn had 3 ends in it, so it was a little tangly, but I think the end result will come out really cool and I can show you guys in another video. And this is just another view of how it's put through the heddles and the pattern. The last one, which is exciting, then I am comfortable with taking the lead sticks out. So that's usually my process when I set up the warp.